Hey, welcome back to the Calm Place. This week's episode is titled, You Don't Change Your Life Until You Change What Feels Like You. After someone starts noticing their thoughts, understanding their emotions, and recognizing patterns, there's one more layer underneath all of it: identity. Not the kind people introduce themselves with and not labels, but the quiet sense of this is just who I am. Everyone has it and it shows up in small ways. I'm not consistent, I'm an overthinker, I'm bad at this, I've always been like this. These statements don't usually feel like opinions, they feel like facts. But identity isn't something people are born fully formed with. It's built slowly, through repeated experiences, through patterns that have happened enough times that the brain stops questioning them. And at some point, a behavior stops feeling like something you do and starts feeling like something you are. And once something feels like you, it becomes much harder to change. Not because change isn't possible, but because the brain is wired to stay consistent with identity. If someone believes I'm not consistent, then every time they try to be consistent, there's friction. Because action doesn't match the identity, so the brain tries to pull them back toward what feels familiar, not because it's better or because it's known. This is why people can learn new things, understand themselves deeply, and still feel like they're repeating old versions of themselves, because the identity underneath hasn't fully shifted yet. But identity doesn't change through force, it changes through evidence. Small moments repeated over time. If someone starts showing up differently, even in small ways, your brain begins to notice that happened. And if it happens again and again, something slowly starts to update. I guess that's not completely true anymore. And eventually, maybe I'm someone who can do this. This is why small actions matter more than dramatic ones, because identity is not built from one big moment. It's built from consistent proof, quiet proof. The kind that doesn't always feel impressive at the time, but it registers. And over time, those small pieces of evidence start forming something new, a different sense of self. And once identity shifts, behavior becomes easier, because now the action matches the belief. Instead of forcing yourself to do something that feels unnatural, you're acting in a way that feels like you. And that's when change starts feeling stable, not because you're trying harder, but because you're no longer fighting yourself. So real change doesn't start with completely reinventing your life. It starts with noticing the identity you've been carrying and gently allowing it to expand. Not all at once, just enough to make space for something new. Because the moment something new starts to feel like you, everything connected to it becomes easier to return to. Love you. Talk to you soon.